Hey guys, we're back with the Arrma Granite Voltage update. My last video, I went into some detail about some issues with the Ghoul RC speed controllers that I had. I got 3 of them in. All 3 of them were bad. So I decided to not try my hand anymore at the Chinese parts and picked up these Spektrum Firma pieces. This is a 4000 kV motor and an 85 amp speed controller that's going to go on this modified Arrma Granite Voltage chassis. You can see there's, almost nothing left of it. But since I just got these in, we'll do a quick unboxing on these and see what's in here. I picked up the motor and ESC combo from Horizon Hobby this was $100, and then I got a programmer for it. I think it was like 130 total. As part of my rant video, I was explaining in there about some excessive wait times and ship times for things, which is part of the reason why people end up ordering some of those Ghoul RC units, is that I got 3 of those in the same week, and it took about 15 days for this to get to me from California. That seems a little excessive. Anyway, let's take a look at what we got in here. I know there's possibly a chance that might be some fitment issues with this motor. The 3660 was a perfect size, and this is a 3652, so there's a potential issue with the cables clearing the chassis. I'll give it a shot. We'll see what it looks like. On this particular truck, I'm not afraid to cut the chassis anymore. It's already been ground down, and I cracked the bulkhead with the T-bone bumper, so I'm not too nervous about cutting it anymore. I don't want to do extensive surgery on it, but I'm not nervous about trimming it back if we need to. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Looks like it's packaged pretty well. Let's see how this comes out. I think there's quite a bit of wire there. I might be able to trim some of this back. I have a bunch of bullet connectors. Maybe we'll shorten this up. On first glance, it looks pretty good. It's got the smart connector on it. I don't have a smart battery. I might pick one up just to see how this whole ecosystem works. But I'm not 100% sold on paying a premium for the smart Spektrum batteries when all you really get is a little bit of telemetry data and some battery voltage. But yeah, it feels a lot sturdier than the Ghoul RC ones, even though it's a tad bit smaller. I wonder if these other fans will fit on there. Looks like they will. Alright, so it comes with the motor and the ESC. Looks like some VHB probably for this. Bunch of stickers. Warranty card, instructions. Funny thing about this VHB is That's what I used on the other one, and I have a pretty giant roll of it. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Little controller there. Oh, look at that. It's got a battery cell checker. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. Wonder if this is charging, USB charging. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's grab a battery. I wonder if I have anything that can power this. Will this do it? Nope. I might need to get an adapter. I don't think I have anything that I can use to power this at the moment, or I'm not quite ready to cut the connector off yet, but I might get there soon. Anyway, we got this unboxed. I'm going to cut here and look for a battery and possibly start installing this, and then as I make some progress, I will turn the camera back on and I'll give you some updates. Thanks. Okay guys, looks like I actually did have a adapter. It's a Dean's to EC5, which is compatible with the Spektrum Smart IC5. So we'll get this connected and see if we can't get this controller card going. So it looks like you plug into the ESC, I'm assuming black is ground. Hey. All right. Let's see what we got here. It says connecting ESC. Okay, so I had a little bit of trouble with the programming card for this. I'm going to do a firmware update and we'll come back to that. I figured now was a pretty good time to test the components and make sure I'm not going to waste my time putting them in the truck. So we got a tiny little battery, motor is hooked up, we got my Dumbo RC receiver, and let's see if this works. So transmitter on. Oh, alright. Looks like it's gonna work. Hey, there we go. Looks like it's working fine. Alright, so now that we know that everything is working, I'm gonna work on getting these components into the truck, and I'll come back when it's all situated and we'll try the programming card again. So the concern I had about the 3660 motor and this one being a 3652, I don't think will be as big a deal as I was initially concerned with. It looks like because the extra wires, we have the extra wire length, it won't be too hard to get these clocked and not have to drill out some of the body cavity. I'm gonna try to get this set. We'll get the screws in and see if it'll actually fit. Okay, so as it turns out, this isn't going to be as drop-in as I initially hoped. So it looks like it would fit in there, but you're not able to align the pre-made or pre-drilled pinion positions. So we'll probably have to take the Dremel to this part in here. I'm not exactly sure what's behind there. I might crack open the case to take a look, but seems like it might be just a little bit of plastic. So not a whole lot needs to come out. Maybe an 1/8 of an inch. I might just take a grinding stone and just kind of take the edge off of this a little bit. But it's very close. It'll definitely fit, but it's very, very close. It's about an 1/8 of an inch off to sliding in there. Let's see if we can see it. Nah, you can't see it really. That's all right. I'll trim this up and then we'll come back. I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I made some progress. As you can see, I did get the Spektrum 3652 motor in there, but I had to cut a pretty significant portion of the chassis out. So it kind of rotates down here, and you have to grind a little bit away on this corner. I think it's going to work pretty well anyway, because I'll be able to route the cables and maybe secure them tightly like this, or something like that, or maybe even just cut across the body. But I was able to get it in there with the stock 19 tooth pinion screws. I'm not sure if I had to do this again. I think what I might probably do is see if I couldn't source a BLX 100 ESC from one of the other 2 or 3S Arrmas, from Jenny's RC or something like that, and then maybe pick up the Ghoul RC 3660 motor. That other motor dropped right in there, no problems. The ESC was garbage, but the motor fit in there perfect. I'm actually thinking about maybe picking up just a motor only, just in case, because I have a little bit of doubt that maybe this 4000 is a little high, and it won't give me the low end that I'm looking for, but we're going to give this a try anyway, because I have a feeling that that I might not necessarily notice the difference, but I definitely like the idea of the full Spektrum kit. But yeah, just to recap what it was the 3660 is longer this way, so the can of the motor comes out farther this way, and the edge of the cables clears all of the stuff back here, clears all of the little bracing and whatnot. I had to use a Dremel to cut out this portion so that you could the bottom of the can could fit in there, and then I trimmed back a little back here so that the cables have a place to exit. I was working on a way to maybe drop this whole piece down here out of the bottom, but I started to get a little nervous about the cables getting frayed or what, or something like that. So I turned it, I clocked it this way a little bit so that the cables will come up. Anyway, we got the motor in. I'm going to place the ESC, and then we'll try the configuration card or the little programmer again. I think I got an idea on how it's supposed to work. So let me get the ESC mounted, and we'll come back. Something interesting about this 85 amp ESC is that if you're interested in using the stock screws here in the stock placement, this ESC has tabs to fit, and it drops right on there. Well, that's pretty good. I imagine the BLX 100 would do the same thing. I'm not going to put it there because I want to try to build a bracket for some kind of a fan here. So I think I'm still going to push it forward here, and it'll give me a little bit of room to deal with these cables. But I just wanted to note that if you were interested in using the stock mounting points and didn't necessarily need a fan or didn't think you could get a fan here, that's kind of a pretty significant bonus feature that you can just plop that on. Does it go both ways? Yeah, it looks like it'll go either way. That's pretty neat. Okay, so we got the Dumbo RC receiver in there. I got a little bit of sticky tape on this for now. The ESC will sit right here. I routed the ESC wire around the outside of this RPM waterproof electronics box. Then there's a little cutout in the lid where it closes on top of itself. Alright, I think we're ready to fire it up, and then we'll do the programming card. So let's make sure the battery is connected. Alright. Nice. So the issue I was having trying to get this configured was I was running the ESC cable into here. Looks like you're supposed to use the fan port for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure why it has to be run that way, but when I run it through the fan port, it doesn't get stuck on connecting ESC. It actually shows everything, and it's extremely simple. You just plug it through, look at the hit the select button to look at the different settings. I've already gone through this once on the computer, and I think the only thing I changed was the Beck voltage to 7.4. That way the servo has a little bit more power. I don't know if you can see what it's saying, but the channel that it goes up and down, or the programming selection, is battery mode for 1. Looks like the default is LiPo. Option 2 is the punch level, and the default is 3. The option 3 is max brake force. The default is 62.5. The running mode default is forward, reverse, and brake. The motor rotation direction is counterclockwise. That's default. The default Beck voltage is 6 volts, and I changed it to 7.4. And then it looks like there's a default or factory restore kind of thing. Anyway, if you pick one of these up and you're trying to use one of these, don't connect this wire to it. Use your fan port and you should be good to go. I think everything is set here. Oop, actually set it to default so we can run through. See LiPo, level 3, 62.5, forward reverse brake, counterclockwise, and then 6 volts. So we're going to change that to 7.4, hit save, should be good to go. So we got motor mounted, ESC mounted, the trigger is bound, everything is basically set. I think we are ready to roll. I'm gonna button a couple things up and then we'll give it a test. Alright guys, everything's in, it's all buttoned up. All of the electronics in the receiver in the receiver box is good. The button is mounted, motor's in, everything's fastened down. I think we're ready to give it a test. See how it looks. S. There we go. Success. She's now a brushless 2-3S LiPo machine. I will probably get some running footage of it tomorrow. I have a couple more pieces coming left for the gears, but I probably won't get to install those. I mean, they haven't arrived yet, so they won't be going in before you see these, before you see this run video. I will try to make sure that we get an install video, like a live install video on that, instead of do the work, cut, and come back, because I have a feeling it's going to be rather involved, and the process will be educational, not just for myself, but for any other folks that are attempting it. So when that comes in, we'll look forward to that. Other than that, I think the only other thing I think I'm going to do to this, besides some of the suspension pieces, aluminum suspension pieces, and the metal gears, are a different body. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to change the body up a little bit just to match the color of the pieces that are coming in. But when that comes in, we'll take a look at it. Alright, I'm going to cut for now, put the truck back together, and the next video you see should be some of the runtime footage. Let's see what the phone picked up. If we did any damage to the truck. Nope, T-bone bumper intact. That's why we got it. Let's see what we got here. I don't know what that shows. I've never used this app before. See what we got. Maybe I need to get an RC one. It says the max is 24 miles an hour, which definitely seems a little faster than that. It was about 23 to 23 miles an hour on the 2S LiPo previously, so the 4000 kV brushless system should definitely be faster. Although, here's the thing, is I'm having an issue with the batteries that Horizon is looking into for me at the moment. The issue is all of my full-size, high-capacity 2S LiPos don't seem to want to power the ESC. So I'm using this very little and very warm 1000 milliamp hour 25C LiPo from HBX 16889. I have a feeling maybe a full 2S, full-size 2S high-capacity system with a 80C discharge, which is what my Z batteries are, will probably make this thing wake up a little bit. I also have some 3S batteries on the way. My Z batteries are too long. The 3S batteries I bought for this don't fit in the cavity, so I'll have to get some shorties or something like that. But yeah, that's it. The brushless system is in. We're going to work on whatever this issue with the ESC is. I've been in contact with Horizon. I think they're talking about sending me another one just to be safe. But if I'll make another update video with whatever happens as a result of that. But that's it. The brushless system in, the T-bone bumper in, and the the steel CVs are in on both sides there. I'll make a video. I'll probably take them out once the new ESC gets here, if that's the route we go. I'll probably take them out and do a... Sorry, there's a truck passing by. I'll probably take them out and do a installation video of just those CVs by themselves. They're not incredibly difficult, but there's some components to them that can be tricky. Another car just came by. Anyway, so I'll make another video of the CV install by itself. They're not incredibly tricky, but there are some parts that you can benefit from a little bit of insight on. So once I get everything settled down, we'll take a look at making an install video for those. All right, guys, thanks for watching.